Okay, it's Sunday, so it's time to play some fighting games and answer some questions. I know, we've missed so very many videos. I'll make it up to you. Tomorrow I'm planning to upload a, 5-hour long video. I've recorded like half of it, and record the rest after this, then edit it and upload it on Monday. Unless something catastrophic goes wrong, which you never know, But, we're gonna do some content eventually, I swear. First up, what class would you be in Final Fantasy XIV? Paladin. Paladins are always my favorite. I just like Holy Knights. I don't know why. I just like the aesthetic. Gunbreaker's also cool, but Paladin's where it's at. Next, does damage boosting Azaria get her to ult faster? Yes, it does. Damage boosting, anybody gets them to their ult faster. Because it's... damage done is what gives you ult charge, so if you're doing more damage, you get more ult charge. Next up, actually, before we do that, that's a commonly cited reason for why people will nano boost Azaria, just so she actually gets to use Graviton faster, because like a high energy Zarya that's been nano boosted, her ult charge just goes woo! It fills out real fast. I have trust issues. I don't trust any Zarya player enough to do that. But, that is why people do it. Next up. What makes a game story good? Examples of your favorites in games. So, it's actually nothing to do with the story itself, really. It's actually just all entirely about the characters. You wanna know what my favorite story of all time is? It's Yakuza 0. Do you know what the story of Yakuza 0 is? It is, one protagonist is framed for murder, other protagonist is an assassin who falls for the person that they were supposed to kill, and several middle-aged people would really like a 10x10 plot of land in a commercial district. That's the story. And none of that's especially exciting, but... what makes it exciting is the fact that Majima's, the best character ever made, and the arc he goes through is absolutely incredible. Across most of the series, to be honest, but particularly in Zero. If you don't care about the characters, it doesn't matter how interesting your story is. If you don't give a shit about any of the characters, you're not actually going to care about the story anyway. Similarly, your story can be quite bad, but if you have a bunch of very interesting characters, then people will like the story. This is why JRPGs are usually well remembered for their stories more than anything else. Because, every JRPG story is actually just religion bad, which is not exactly a new take for media, but that is actually 90% of JRPGs. But JRPGs have a very wide cast of very memorable characters. Nobody actually, cares about the fucking, oh, don't respect the planet, we're destroying nature aspect of Final Fantasy VII. No one actually gives a shit. Everyone just wants to fuck Tifa or Aerith, and that's it. And yes, it is Aerith. If you post Aerith, you're getting deleted. So, it's all about the stories. Yakuza 0 is my favorite story, and my favorite game. It's the best game ever made. Other really good stories, I really like Skies of Arcadia. This is a JRPG that was originally only on the Dreamcast, so nobody played it. It got re-released on the GameCube, which means that nobody played it still. And we've never gotten another re-release since, and it cuts me to my very core, because that's a game about sky pirates. That's pretty exciting. I would like to at least just be able to buy it on Steam or something, Sega. Anyway, life is hard. They put the fucking main character in that goddamn Sega's All-Star Racing, but they can't give us a fucking... Just put the game on Steam. I beg you. Anyway. Other really good stories. Persona 4, Persona 5. I prefer Persona 5, but Persona 4 also has a really good story. Again, JRPGs. You might notice all my favorite game stories are JRPGs, actually. Yakuza 0 isn't strictly speaking a JRPG, but it is an RPG. That's what it is. And it's all because of the characters, because, look, Persona 4 is just a murder mystery. Persona 5 is heist movie, you know. The stories aren't all that interesting, but the characters are what makes them interesting. I cried at several points during Persona 5, and part of that was building up the character over an extremely long period of time. The premise of all the Persona games is that you spend a year's time doing stuff, pretty much. And in Persona 5, your little pet companion Morgana is this anthropomorphic cat. And you do fucking everything with Morgana. Morgana is, like, attached to the character. You go and watch movies together, you play video games together, you go to class together, you take exams together. Everything you do in that game, you do with Morgana. Spoilers for part of the end of Persona 5. Just skip ahead like 20 seconds, you'll be good. At the end of Persona 5, Morgana dies. I cried because it felt like I had lost an actual friend. Because I had done so much with Morgana over that period of time. It was heartbreaking. Then Morgana just gets better. Slightly afterwards, just shows up on the doorstep, and I cried again. I was like, you motherfucker, you made me cry, and you didn't even fucking die, you fucking asshole. And people shit-talk Morgana. Like, Morgana's fine. Everybody's overreacting. Though Makoto is the best character. In conclusion, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So yeah, those are my favorite stories. Doesn't actually matter what the story is. Only really matters what the characters are. If the characters are good, you'll like the story. Next up, favorite marsupial. I'm gonna have to go to Google for this one. Marsupials. Because I know exactly, like, 2 marsupials. Is a koala technically a marsupial? Can I get away with that one? Let's see. Right, kangaroo. I will not turn off my fucking ad block. We'll just go to a different website is what we'll do. Oh, Wikipedia is tremendously unhelpful. Because it's all the fucking names I don't know. It's the fucking scientific names. God damn it, none of that means anything to me. List of marsupials. Koalas are marsupials. Oh, wombats! Wombat. Wombat is the answer. Next up. I know I asked you this before, but as what you would be as an Overwatch character, who would you be as a lead character, what role would you be, what region would you be from, what faction would you belong to, what skins would you have, what tier, I don't know what tier really means, how good I am, I want to be the best. I want to be a stance champion, but I don't want to start with the ability to stance change, because I want the stance change to have an actual effect. Sorry, I'm trying to get all my windows back up after going to Google. So I want to have a pole arm, and when I change stances, I want to be bare fists. So we're going to have a thrust with the pole arm. We're going to have a leg sweep, which knocks them down or stuns them or whatever. And we're going to have a pole vault. My ult's going to be that I throw the staff to a point on the ground, and then my abilities get augmented. I just punch them instead, I spin around the pole, I kick off of the pole, and I can pull the pole to me, knock up anybody that got hit by the pole. Top laner. Where would I be from? Piltover. Faction. Probably wouldn't belong to any of the factions if we're being honest. Probably just be independent. none of the factions really excite me that much in League of Legends, really. Don't know what skins I'd have. Because, I mean, I don't know. Nah, I don't know. I don't know. Fucking Skaven. I don't know. Skaven skin. Whatever. I don't know. That's what I'd be. Big stance change. Big polearms. Love polearms. Love punching people. Both are good times. So there you go. Next up. Wait, I already answered some of these questions. Ah, shit. We're going to be finishing early today, lads. Because I did that one. I did that one. We didn't do all of these questions. I think we've got 2 left. A bit of a niche question, but is reloading often good? Depends who you're playing. Depends how long your reload is, basically. Because if you're playing Orisa, you really don't want to be reloading frequently, because Orisa's reload takes about 1,000 years to complete. So you really don't want to reload often on her. Sombra as well, her reload is quite long and her clip is very big. So you don't want to reload too often on Sombra either. Someone like Ashe, you do want to be reloading basically anytime you have downtime, because hers reloads 1 bullet at a time. So you want to be taking like every opportunity you can to like load an extra bullet or 2, because you really don't want to have to like buckle down and reload like 5 bullets or something in the middle of a fight. You know, you want to have as many in there as you can. A lot of people have reloads that are short enough that it doesn't really matter if you do it, like, just kind of whenever. Like, Genji's reload is extremely short, doesn't really matter too much, as long as you aren't just, like, reloading randomly while you're fighting somebody and you still have, like, half your clip left. Tracer, her reload is really fast, so it doesn't really matter if you reload often on her. Soldier's kind of fine. The supports that heal with ammo, you want to be very careful with, because if you reload at a bad time with Ana or Baptiste, someone might die. So you gotta be real careful when you reload with them. Ammo management is a pretty big part of like Ana and Baptiste as a character. So it really depends on your reload and how big your clip is. If your clip is bigger, you probably have a longer reload, so it's less than ideal. But if you have like a short reload, it's kind of whatever, doesn't matter. Ashe being unique in that she has both a very short and a very long reload at the same time. Very interesting character. If only we could all be like Bob, who just has infinite ammo. Anyway. Next up. When did games start getting decided on who has the better tanks? It's actually always been that way. You just didn't notice until more recently, because it's gotten, like, more noticeable now, I'd say. But it was actually always that way. That's why I played Reinhardt for like 3 years. Because I wanted to play Tracer when I got the game, but what I realized very quickly was no one wanted to play Reinhardt, and if you didn't have a Reinhardt at like the early stages of the game, life was significantly harder for you. So I just played a lot of Reinhardt instead, because I won a lot more games doing that. Because I knew how to play Reinhardt. The other guy, 9 times out of 10, didn't know how to play Reinhardt, so I just bodied him, and tanks definitely always decided how the games go. It was just not so noticeable back in the olden days, because what tanks were doing to carry was kind of like less noticeable than, say, Mercy rezzing 6 people. Well, 5 people. She couldn't res herself, you know. Yeah, it's actually always been that way. It's just, it's also getting worse because, in a way, because it's like, how do I explain this? People who are good at tanks have only been getting better, and the people that never actually knew how to play tanks have not improved 1 inch. So the discrepancy continues getting larger and larger as time goes by. And also, like, there's kind of more ways to fuck up picking a tank, because there are more characters to pick now that, and like, 9 times out of 10 when you're playing competitive, you just want to be playing with a Reinhardt, but people don't like to play Reinhardt still, so you end up playing with, like, Sigma Roadhog versus like a Reinhardt Zarya, and it's just so much harder to play with the Sigma Reinhardt than the Sigma Roadhog than the Reinhardt Zarya, because that has always been and continues to be just a very solid combo of tanks. So, you know, people are more likely to pick things, like, people are like, I want to play Reinhardt, I'm gonna pick one that's like Reinhardt adjacent, I'm gonna pick Orisa, yeah. And then the Reinhardt Zarya just rolls over them, because they aren't playing Orisa properly and they need some support, but they're not getting it. But it's always been this way. It's actually games have been decided by tanks for a very long time. It's just more noticeable now. So that's the last question we got. But we're only 16 minutes in, so we're just gonna talk about Guilty Gear for a little bit instead, actually. So we're playing against a Kai right now. I'm still just playing Ramlethal. Kai is an extremely boring character. I would describe him as being very honest. He doesn't do anything particularly disgusting. He just kind of plays solidly. Has decent buttons, has a projectile, has a reversal, you know, has a few supers. Has he got 3? No, he's only got 2, right? Yeah, he's only got 2. Very spacing dependent character. A lot of his moves are not safe if you're too close. Like the little leg sweep or the slide kick he does, that's not safe unless you do it at like max range. Also, if you're too close, it doesn't combo, and the person can block the last hit, and then you get punished, and you're not too excited about it. Alright, last game against the Kai. Here we go. So, Ramlethal, very straightforward character. We just try to outrange Kai as much as we can, and if we can confirm off of basically any hit we get, we take off like half his health bar. My projectile does beat his, but I didn't react to it in time. So now we got him in the corner. There we go. Bait the DP. I think I actually just messed up the spacing, but it looked like I baited the DP, and that's the important thing. Trade on the anti-air worked out for me because now he's in the corner. I should just run up and grab him because he's faultless defensing in the corner, which usually means they're not going to challenge you if you run up to them, so I should just run up and grab him. You can tell they're faultless defensing when the little bubble is around them. That's pushing me back more, and they're also not taking any chip from special moves while they're doing that. So we get I'm tried to bait him throwing. A lot of people like to wake up throw, so you give him a little jump. He didn't try to throw, but he pushed a button anyway, so I just clapped him on the way back down again. Do I super here? No, I doubtlessly thought about just supering him, because I would have just killed him if he got hit by it. Bait the throw, he didn't throw, but it's okay, he pushed a button anyway. Now, unfortunately, there we go, there you go, just use the reversal. It's invincible on startup, so you can just wake up and slap him. So that wasn't especially close. Let's not talk about Soul, I hate Soul. Let's go over to Millia. Millia's exciting. She's very all over the place, very fast character, but she explodes if you can touch her. She's very fragile. The characters in this game have variable health. Millia is very, very fast, has a lot of air movement, but she's also super fragile. Like, one combo from Ram takes off, like, 2/3 of Millia's health. The trick is you've got to get your hands on her. They do like to do the jumpies, so you try and anti-air them, but she's got multiple air dashes, so actually, like, as you can see, she just dashed many, many times. So actually anti-airing her is kind of hard, but, you know, that's what you're trying to do. Then she's a set play character because she's got the little spinny disc she sets up. She's trying to reversal me. I'm blocking. I didn't know how to punish that one because I wasn't sure how far away it was going to push me, so I didn't really get much off of it even though I blocked it. It pushes you back kind of far. I needed to run up a little bit. So, oh, there we go, stagger the third hit. You can do 3 hits on that with Ram, so if they push a button thinking you were done after just pushing 1 or 2, you get them, and then you can combo them or just get ready to try and pressure them with the swords in the corner, as is all we're trying to do with I was safe, I didn't need to use the Roman cancel there. All we're trying to do with Ram is get people to the corner, basically. Oh, there. Dashed the wrong way. The slide has so much recovery. If I didn't dash the wrong way, I could have got her. Tried to throw the wrong sword. Didn't have that sword. Okay, she just tried to jump. She was panicking. Tried to throw the sword. The sword wasn't back yet, so just sort of pointed at her. But she didn't punish me, and if you don't get punished, you don't have to learn. It's very annoying to block her when she gets the setup. You basically just have to guess what she's going to do, and she has like 4 or 5 different things she could do. Just do out all 3. That's actually not safe. If you block all 3, you can just punish, but not everybody knows that, so the Milia just jumped away, even though she could have punished me for doing all 3 hits on block. So, just trying to anti-air. Doesn't matter. If I trade, that's a win, because Milia doesn't get to be in her position. I burst just to keep her in the corner. Unfortunately, that didn't catch her, so she's out now. It's a little scary. Do I super? No, I'm gonna die. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright. Unfortunate. Life is hard. She got her burst back as well, so it was gonna be kind of hard to kill her. She's very fast. You've got to be able to just bat her out of the air. If I could bat her out of the air with the down heavy instead of just, like, jab, that'd be great, because then, she's not going to be too happy about that one, but it's already hard to anti-air Milia. You kind of take what you can get, really. Milia is one of the characters that upsets me, just because it's like, just fucking get my hands on her. Chip is the other one that really upset. I swear to God, I'm going to break my fucking controller playing against a Chip. He makes me so fucking mad. So we're not having a good time right now. Break the wall with a super, you actually wake up slower, so she gets to do a setup now. Oh, just jump. But that's a faster move than mine was, so she's gonna get me. It's okay. We've only got to touch her. I don't remember if I win or not. That's not safe. There we go. Oh, yep. Here we go again. Got crossed up with the side switch. I tried to, when they do side switch, they like to grab you, so I tried to get out of it like that. See, there she did the move, and she did the grab. Alright, she's doing that again. Hopefully I punish it better this time. Oh, I was way closer that time, so it's a full punish in the corner. Look how much health Milia loses now. Now we've only got to get our hands on her once, and it's all done. Panic burst, it didn't work out, and there we go, Life is hard, life is hard. Fully panic bursted, and she blocked it. If you block the burst, you're gonna get punished. That's how life is. Alright. But do we at least get 1 win against the Milia? That would be nice. You know, you don't want to get completely bodied 3-0. Not doing a good job of just, like, anti-airing her, which is really, like, if you're just letting Milia have free reign, it's not going to work. There we go, bait the grab. She didn't like it, just bursts immediately. Milia and Chip, they will burst. Like, if you touch them once, they will burst because they are so soft that they just don't want to take the risk at all. Managed to get her now. Gonna push her all the way to the corner. Yep. Roman cancel to get me off. I should have done like a faster button expecting that, because she's not going to want to be in the corner. Swat her out of the air, bait the jump. Oh, she was ready. She seen me bait, and she was like, alright, next time I'm just going to jump up and meet them. Didn't bait the Roman cancel again, but I did manage to keep her in the corner. She tried to press a button she didn't want to block, so I got to kill her. Big advantage. Now I got an extra life on her. Good times. Do we... Nope, do not anti-air. Here we go again. Yep, goes low. Do it again. Cross up. I thought she was going to grab. Tried to push a button. Alright, burst. Just get her off me. Oh! Didn't do the right button. It's okay. Still got her. Even though... It shouldn't have worked out, but she gave it to... Oh, terrible burst. Oh, no. Wow, I'm throwing the sword and too far away. Terrible, terrible. That's great, because now if I die, she doesn't have her burst for round 2 either. But we got her. As long as I don't drop it, fantastic news. We didn't get completely bodied by the Milia. We're all the way up to 25 minutes now, but I like to go for 30 minutes on these videos, so we'll do one more set. We're not going to talk about May. We will talk about May. That's not May, that's Sol. Let's go to May. So May is really fucking annoying. She's public enemy #1 for a lot of people. Her and Sol are the other one. Sol is just extremely overtuned. That's why people hate him. You'll figure out why people hate May. Actually, you can't hear the sound effect the dolphin's making. No, I should make you hear the sound in this game. So, just like, she'll do it. It's okay. I got her for a second, but she'll be pushing that dolphin button soon. Soon? No, she didn't push the dolphin there. Tried to run up and dust. There we go. Totsugeki. Totsugeki. The dolphin's plus on block, so that's what May's be spamming. Most of her moves are also fucking huge, because she's swinging a fucking anchor around. It's annoying to deal with May. She's got 3 different kinds of dolphins. 2 of them are safe. 1 of them isn't. Well, it's safe, but she can't do another move. Her turn ends. But you've got to guess what dolphin she's gonna do. That was an terrible, awful burst. I was nowhere near her at all. But that's May. They want you off them. And you know Edge into your bussy doesn't want you on them anymore after you start touching them. So, it's okay. There. Oh, don't drop the combo. Oh, drop the combo. Could have killed her. Should have just used the Roman cancel to make sure I'd get the kill. Oh, sword's still going to explode, brother. It pushed you to the corner. That's the best part of playing Ram. When you hit somebody, you can't combo them because they're getting pushed away by the sword, but they're so close to the corner that it explodes on them anyway. They don't realize they're too close to the corner, though. The corner's just out of frame, but the sword's there waiting to explode. People don't like Ram either. Ram's also a very strong character. I'm playing one of like the top 3 characters, which is normally against my my preferred method of playing. I don't usually like to play the top tiers, but I just really like Ram. Leave me alone. So she's got a lot of meter suddenly, so she's gonna like super on wake up probably soon. I'm gonna break the wall on her here. Is she gonna super right at the round start here? Yes, she is. But I'm blocking. Oh, she didn't cancel it soon enough, so she's getting hit anyway. Even if you do a super like that, if you've got a second, if you've got 100% meter, you can cancel it and make it safe, but she did not cancel it fast enough. Got slid. Oh, just run up and dust. How disrespectful. Very, very slow move. If your opponent does anything, it's not going to work, basically. Well, if you charge it anyway. You can do a fast dust, but then if you need meter to actually get anything off of it. Oh, block there. She doesn't like it. You get on her and she doesn't want it anymore. Oh, she tried to anti-air, but the Roman cancel made me too slow that she didn't anti-air it. She wasn't sure if she was too close to the corner that time, it looked like. Also, I have the hour-long video, or the multi-hour-long video on Monday. After that, I'm planning to upload another, like, hour-long video, probably, talking about a series of games somebody else played in Guilty Gear. Because my man had to win 6 best-of-3s in a row, or die in real life. And he did it. He didn't die. He got to live and be a hero. And he will be, and he did it with like a distinctly middle tier character as well. It was absolutely incredible. So, you know, we're gonna talk about that probably on like Tuesday or Wednesday. But the, yeah, big video. It'll make up for the fact that we've missed like multiple weeks of videos. Can't burst anywhere in there because she'd just get me anyway. Decided Roman cancel rather than burst. Managed to anti-air with the down heavy. That's why it's better to do anti-air with the down heavy. You get a full combo off of it. But if you only jab them, then you don't. Well, didn't have enough to convert that, but she's mashing a button. She doesn't want to be in the corner. May's one of those characters where if you get them on the defense, they don't know what to do. They just start panicking. They only know what to do when they're winning. Much like Chip and Milia, as soon as you've got them in the corner, they don't like it. They don't know what to do. They only like when you are in the corner. They basically just keep trying to jump out repetitively, so hey, you managed to get them real good. Break the corner. Do I bait the super here? No, but she bursted. Oh. That was a little scary, but it all worked out. She didn't know what to do after getting me. Run up and command throw. I might have tried to tech it, but you can't tech a command throw, unfortunately. Life is hard like that. Oh, we just gotta get one hit. Just mash jab. Just mash jab, hoping she's doing something fake. Fantastic. Alright, we made it up to 30 minutes. So thank you all for watching. Thank you very much for watching. If you did, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. More than happy to answer. If you have a question you'd like to see answered on the show, please submit it by your preferred method. Comment, email, ESP, Discord, whichever you prefer. Start streaming on Twitch Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. EST to 11 EST. There's a link down in the description. If you managed to make it all the way through the video and somehow still enjoyed it, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future. And I hope you found the video helpful.